By the way, I use Arch. It started out as a meme. Now, Arch users say it as a point of pride. They act like using Arch is a badge of honor, like their Linux distro defines who they are as a Linux user. Honestly, I don't see the big deal about Arch anyway. But let's take a quick look about what it's about. So Arch was created in 2002 by Judd Vinet, who designed it to be a minimal install with minimal bloat. It was inspired by Crux Linux, which was another minimal install distro. Minimal package, minimal bloat. What's the big deal? Let's move on to something a little more interesting now. The package manager of Arch is Pacman, and its syntax requires the use of flags instead of commands. What the hell is the point? What do you want? Style points? Pathetic. Arch is a rolling distro that stays on the bleeding edge, so you always have the latest package versions installed on your computer. I don't know what's so great about that. Well, I suppose it keeps you up to date with the latest features, but those new features could change your user interface, which could break your workflow. So, it is possible that you could lose hours of productivity to learn a new workflow because some developer decided to change everything about their project. Why would you deal with that? So I decided to find out what the fuss was about, and I downloaded an Arch image to install. When I booted it up, I got this. What the fuck? Command line? What the hell am I supposed to do with this now? There's no GUI, there's no guide on the ISO, no hint on what I'm supposed to do. So I had to go to the Arch website for some research. I found the installation guide. So I have to sit here with an extra computer or my phone to install Arch? Well, this is a shitty installation process. Real distros should have a guided install screen. That's the fucking way to do it. You hear me? So I muddled my way through it and I got the damn thing installed, and it boots to another command line from the hard drive. No desktop environment, no video drivers installed. What's next? An ugly ass, unthemed, unconfigured vanilla desktop once I get the DE installed? That's what I got. So not only do I have to muddle through a command line to install it from the ISO, but I also have to install the video driver and the desktop environment. And then after all that work, I have to configure my desktop environment too. God damn. This is way too much work just to get a computer to work for me. On top of all that, there is no Office Suite, no word processor other than maybe a basic text editor that came with your environment. No image editor, no games installed. Man, with all this work, what do they want us to do? Build our own operating system? That might actually be the point. But building your own operating system is way too much work, and I'm lazy. And I hate fucking work. I avoid it at all possible times. Work is the devil's plan to take over the world. I don't know why Arch users would volunteer to help the evil one take over the world. Or is it the devil finds work for idle hands? Man, these religious metaphors are fucking confusing. But to think of it, the devil finding work for idle hands means he will put you to work. So work is the devil's plan to take over the world. I was right! For once. Last, I'm going back to the rolling model of the updates, cause I fucking get over it. Keeping everything on the bleeding edge can be very dangerous. New bugs can creep into the system and nuke it. Well, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but anything is possible if you're on the bleeding edge of development. But this can have certain advantages like getting brand new features. So do I want stability of workflow or the shiny new features? It's Sophie's choice. So bottom line, Arch is a minimal distro that you have to install in a command line environment. It also enforces you to install and configure your desktop by hand yourself, and does not have the basic packages that everyone uses on a regular basis. And to top it all off, the updates could make your system come crashing down. Is that about right? Thanks for watching. I'm thinking about doing the Angry Linux Nerd on a regular basis. A viewer gave me this idea, and I was wondering if I could actually pull this off. So this is more of a proof of concept video, and I hope to make more to create better episodes of this series. I also uploaded an uncensored version to my Patreon for the $10 and above tier. But I plan on producing uncut and uncensored versions with jokes that might not be so good for YouTube for my $10 and above tiers. So if that's something you would be interested in, then consider supporting me on Patreon. If you like my content and wish to support my work, you can do so on Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, if you wish to see more, check out the videos on your screen.